Imagine getting on the internet and seeing your grown son crying, your 36-year-old son crying, and the first thing you want to do is threaten him with some truths. Not call him, not tap in, not this not the time to like use his phone number and call your son, right? Your firstborn son. This is not the time to call him to see like, hey, what's that about? Are you hurting from something? Like that's not I don't think that's not true. Right? This is the time for that. Wouldn't it be from a mom, right? A mother, right? Motherly figure. This would be the time to call your son and say, hey, son, that's not true. This how that happened, right? Instead, instead, here we are on Facebook. A grown ass mom with a 36-year-old son crying on a video on the internet. And this is what you get. And this is why most men learn to shut the fuck up about what they feel, even if it's about the truth. Right? Because anytime you're vulnerable enough to be honest and it makes somebody else look bad or whatever, they attack you. This is my mother. This is my mother. I'm 36. I moved out my mom's house my senior year in high school. I finished high school outside of my mother's house. I haven't lived with my mother since, so I have now 18 years of adult lived life without my mother. Without her being motherly in any way, shape, or form. And this is what I get on the internet from that same mother. It's a video of me crying about support, growing up without it. It's not a video of her being a terrible mother. I would never tell anybody she was a horrible mother. I don't talk like that about my mom. But I can't even be honest about small things like wanting support more than what I had it without being attacked publicly. So if you ever wondered why men just don't, right? Because maybe they were raised by very emotionally violent women, mentally violent women, physically violent women who know how to attack all of their feelings anytime they have them. Pause yourself to think why that man doesn't talk. Why is that I can't get him to open up? Because anytime he felt something that made the person who makes him feel that way feel something, he need to shut the fuck up, right? Or she gonna come tell the truth about me. This woman ain't been my mom since I've been a grown man. In no way, shape, or form. I challenge anybody who's met me as a grown man to tell me if they've met my mother. I challenge anybody to tell me a story I've told them about my mother. I haven't had a mom since I became a grown man. But I get this from crying and being vulnerable, right? Just being honest about my heart, my life experience. This is my mama. This who I learned love from. This who I learned life from. Right here. Don't call me. This nigga don't talk to me. We don't have a relationship. Not that I'm happy about that, but we just don't. But why would I? Right? Why would I have a relationship with a person who y'all, this my mama. Like I can't emphasize that enough. The video is just about support, man.
Han, I wanted that shit so bad, nigga. I wanted that shit so bad, nigga. My mama did not believe in me, bro.
And you was like, I'm a senior. If I fight, I'm not about to graduate. I'm gonna get kicked out of football.
Bro, it's gonna be my life, nigga.
And that was your life. You stood there and was like, nah, I'm gonna get you though, but not here. not here. And that was hard because I'm like, damn, I would have lost my goddamn football scholarship. I would have lost it. Maybe, and mind you, I think something just a test in life to see because that dude, I remember him. He wasn't even like that.
I wanted that shit so bad, nigga.
So bad, bro.
I wanted that shit so bad, nigga. I wanted that shit so bad, nigga. My mama did not believe in me, bro.
Yeah,
Nigga,
bro,
my mama did not believe in me, bro. She told me the whole time, nigga. I was too small, nigga. Like, that shit ain't nothing. Like, you need to get some money, nigga. That was, bruh. That shit followed me to this dance, nigga. That shit followed me everywhere.
Gotcha.
Like, man, just like, and here I am now. I'm like, okay, fuck it. I'm a dance. I lost that, right? I lost football. I can't do that. So I'm gonna just dance. Like, I love this. This is fun. I love to dance anyway.
Yep.
They so free in this, nigga. My mama was laughing at me doing this dance. Past football, fuck football, nigga. She didn't believe me in football. I was dancing. I've been crumping since middle school. Fresh off clowning, nigga. Like, she laughing at this shit. She think it's the stupidest shit ever. She never thought it was cool. My family didn't think it was cool. Nobody thought the shit was cool. They all made fun of it. They all didn't. You feel me? Like, just like, no fucking support, nigga. So, where I get that from? The community, right? But I wasn't telling none of you niggas this shit.
A lot of words to say. You never know why people are looking for support or validation. You never know why people are doing anything. You don't know why people are dancing. You don't know why people are pursuing anything. You don't know what people are pushing through. You don't know shit. Try to support people you love. Try to big up people you love and lift up people you love. When y'all at these sessions, stop standing around staring at people. This where the love's supposed to be at, right? It ain't a lot of love in the world. It's supposed to be love and dance communities and somebody using their body to express themselves. It's supposed to be love. Show love. And if the love start getting tainted, figure that out. Figure out why the love tainted. Why place you going to seek some love, some energy, some validation. Why you not getting it? That's important.
Anyway, as you can see, ain't nothing horrible said about my mama to where I would have to get on the internet and see a comment from her and say, stop spreading lies on me, because if I share truths about you on here, I'll be wrong. I'm not worried about you sharing no truths about me. When I was 18 years and younger, when you were in my life, it would be real cool if you wanted to share with the people something about me from birth to 18. Me and you can talk about a lot. We can talk about a lot. I will not be embarrassed by anything that you tell anybody about me from birth to 18 years old. And I genuinely never thought I would get into this kind of convo about my mom at all. This is the kind of shit that, like, I only tell people really, really close to me. But my mom is held bound on, like, making our thing public. One time I made a post about not ever seeing, like, marriage up close growing up. Like, I didn't know, I wasn't taught how to treat women. It wasn't a convo me and my mom had on, like, what's the right or wrong way to treat women, when you should date. Like we didn't have the birds and bees convo. My mom just wasn't that kind of mom. Not that she was a bad mom. Like, again, I'm not saying that. We just didn't have those kind of conversations. But I can't say that. I can't say anything about my mom at all, because when I made that post, she came on there and was like, take accountability for yourself. Don't blame me because you treated people bad. And I wasn't blaming my mom at all more than I was saying. I just didn't see that. My mom wasn't married, right? And if I go there about my mom in the relationship she were in, the ones I did see, that's not a good story to tell. So I typically don't even be getting into that type of shit. But look what you want to do on Facebook. Like you got my number, I got your number. You feel me? I didn't have a reason to call and talk to you about any truths or lies or anything when I was talking to my people about my feelings. They were just my feelings, right? And if my feelings are out of pocket, you got my number. I'm your son. I'm your firstborn son. You have my number to call and be like, "Hey, man, what's this shit about?" Not to be on there like some fucking high school little girl talking about, "I'll tell the truths about you." What the fuck is going on? You're my mother. You're my biological mother. Why the fuck are you doing that? When you have my number, why are you doing that? Why'd you see your 36-year-old son crying and want to do this on the internet? What the fuck is wrong with you? What the fuck has been wrong with you? You want to drag our relationship out for the public? What the fuck is wrong with you? You are my mom. My fucking mother. This is who taught me love, y'all. This is who taught me. This is who taught me how to deal with women. By me dealing with her. Imagine a person getting this mad about my feelings. This is just the feelings of a boy. You know what I'm saying? Like this is what I'm explaining to my cousin, like the feelings of a boy. Of a boy who wanted some support he wasn't getting. This is a conversation a son and a mom can have peacefully without the threats of what truths you have. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? You don't even know me. You don't know who I am. You ain't been around me in 18 years. You do not fucking know me. And you've been the same person. All 18 years I've been away from you, you've been the same fucking person. And that's why you and your son don't have a relationship. And I'm sure that's why you also don't have a relationship with my fucking children. But I'm gonna assume that's my fault too. More truths I'm sure you have about me, yeah. Shout out to my mom, man. I know y'all don't get to see her often because I don't see her often. She lives 15 minutes away from me always. I don't see her. My kids don't see her. But her 36-year-old son is crying on Facebook, and here she is, ready for a fight. Here's to great mother and son relationships. Man, you've been here with me this whole fucking time, dude. You've been around me for the past 16 years. You seen my mom be around? I live with you and your mom.
For sure, less than 16 times, I can tell you that.
Less than 16 times you've seen my mother. You've been with me for 16 years. What the fuck is she talking about? She gonna tell the truth about me? What the fuck do you know about me? The fuck do you know about me? Talking about you trying to tell somebody some truths about me. What the fuck do you know about me? Bro, you don't know shit about me. You don't know shit about my kids. You know nothing about nothing around me, bro.
Know nothing about her own damn self. You can't
What
talk
the
to
fuck
me.
is going on, dude? Man, bro. That's crazy as hell, man. You see a video of me crying, my nigga, and this what you want to
What you
do?
want to do is,
Holy shit. What the fuck is that?
just an emotional ass woman. Like all the rest of these emotional ass women. Being a mother don't matter to these people. They don't care.
Bruh, you are my mom, dude. I have a feeling and you have frustration for me and my feelings. You mad about the way I feel? They just my feelings. That's way too simple. I'm gonna get my lick back because this nigga said I didn't support him. You need me to have one of my coaches call and say on my shit what you said to them when I was trying to go to college for football? The fuck, man? It's okay, bro, to like have done something that you don't or you not proud of. Like,
Yeah.
you could just say it wasn't one of my proudest moments, my nigga. You don't have to like lash out at me. You don't have to be upset with me because I'm talking. And that's why most people don't talk. That's why people, family secrets just be family secrets forever. Motherfuckers be being touched and everything. Can't never say nothing because they know the family gonna act like this. Motherfuckers gonna be trying to lash out or
Call you a liar.
call you a liar. Talk about telling your truths. Like, what the
Use
fuck is you
violence.
talking about? What the fuck? Because I'm sad about support? Because I'm talking about a little boy's feelings about support? About how that shit made me feel? This is the first time I'm talking about this shit out loud and I'm talking about how it made me feel. That made you mad? It made you want to lash out at me? Like, what the fuck is going on? What the fuck is that, bro? How you run into that old ass video?
Right. Right. Just an emotional ass woman.
What the fuck?
Somebody that sent it to her, or you're not even friends, so you would have to go find it.
Bruh, I tell people all the time, dude, my life is a goddamn circus. And this is why I'm so dry. If anybody gives a fuck, I swear to God, this is exactly why I don't show a lot of emotion. This is why like y'all see me so monotone most of the time and why like I don't have a lot of expression in the way I speak. It's because like I've been taught to tone that shit down, right? Even having like a learning disability, right? Like severe ADHD, where you just got your ass beat when you couldn't pay attention or when you couldn't stay on task instead of like ever trying to dig into whether or not the kid has issues. My mama was beating issues out of me. Okay. And not like she was alone. That's the usual for shit, the households that was around me at least. But man, when I tell you this woman don't got no pause, she gonna go. And she's always gone.
No matter who it is.
And this is genuinely no matter who it is. Like it's not just me. So I'm not saying my mom treats me like this. This is just how she is in general. But y'all, my mom's had me at 15 years old, and this is what I've been dealing with my whole life. So nah, I don't have the emotional tools I should have because I had to numb so many to just deal with the hailstorm that is my mama. Right? Who will attack your feelings, will attack your the way you think, will attack you physically. Like she just ready. And she was a 15-year-old with a kid, so it's not like she was like mature and grown. So she was just raising me, a kid raising a kid. And I don't never talk down on my mom for that. I don't never fault her for real because again, just a kid raising a kid. So like learning on the fly, but you learning on my back on the fly. Right. And that's something to talk about. Not something to ridicule my mama about, but genuinely something to get into because the experience of her growing as a person and as a mother happened on my back and on my time. That's my life history. Is my mom growing up. I've seen my mom in a lot of shit. I've seen my mom through a lot of shit as a child. And now I don't have the ability to like to show people how I feel because I spent majority of my life making sure that like I didn't present that I feel anything because any of my feelings were attacked like that. And I'm 36 years old and it ain't changed a bit because here I am crying and my mother is threatening the truth. at me because I'm expressing childlike feeling as a 36-year-old man, and we still not mature enough to just pick up a phone and be like, "Hey, what is that? Why you say that?" If in fact I'm lying and you'd like to disagree with me. But maybe the cause is me. I made the post public, so right, handle it public. Who knows? But goddamn, I feel like your 36-year-old son can cry on the internet in peace without being attacked. I feel like you could easily pass up on the opportunity to try to make him look like anything on Facebook because what do you gain? What do you win as my mother for showing up in my comment section saying this? What do you win? This is the moment for me to take the video down and what? Uncry? Right? This is, I don't know. What is the end game for coming here like stop spreading lies on me before I tell the truth about you? What's next? Because I don't know. I know my purpose was to just be vulnerable about my feelings because people typically don't think I feel anything. And people don't think I feel anything because I had to learn how to look like that all the time and act like that all the time because of my mama. And look at my mama. Hey, if y'all haven't, I know a lot of people know me. I'm pretty well known. This is my mom. If y'all haven't met my mom, this is my mom, Alicia Stewart. This is how I introduce y'all to my mom. She's not around me, but she's around the internet sometime, especially if she can find a video where I'm talking about my mom. Then she's around and present and available to talk. So here's my mom, guys. This is where I get my last name from. Kimatre Stewart, Alicia Stewart. I'm Alicia's son. That's who I am. I'm Kimatre Stewart. I'm Alicia Stewart's son. This is my mom. Y'all say hello to my mom, man. Hey, can I read y'all? Can I read y'all some of the shit that my mom said to me because I was crying about wanting support from her on two things ever in life. I was just being vulnerable about two things, football and dancing, that I want to support in from my mom, and I didn't get it. So now she's finally talking to me, and I wanted to read y'all some of the lovely words. Remember your brother, your best friend, the one who both of you guys could have went and played football for college, but you talked him out of going to, 'cause you wasn't going. So this says that I talked a 18-year-old boy out of college because I couldn't go, or I chose not to go. This 18-year-old boy is a character, if you will. But apparently him and my mom have a standing relationship, and he's told my mother that I in some way prevented him from going to college for football because I wasn't going. All of my friends went to college for football. I got so many homeboys who went to college for football that played on the same team as me and this man. So I don't know how I could have done that. What'd she say? For you, there was the reason I went hard. I wanted to give you all the things I didn't have. You didn't want to go to even. You didn't want to go to even want college. That's why you didn't play football. Remember your best friend? Yeah, the one you called brother. Again, back to her son. I guess I don't know. My brother, the one. My best friend, the one I call brother. The man who caught me my first charge ever. The very first charge I got when I was 18 years old. I was with this brother of mine. This best friend of mine. And I have paperwork here of him telling on me and giving me my first charge. This is the man my mom is going to bat for. This is the man who she's speaking on behalf of as my best friend and my brother, who I am a traitor to, is a man I have paperwork on telling on me. But this is who my mom is sticking up for. Oh, hold on, my fault, y'all. I done got sidetracked. Who mama with love didn't stand over their kids with a belt, but I beat you down. You are a clown, for real, for real. This shit's so sad, unreal. But tears is what's getting me. If you were so talented, nobody could have got in the way. That's why this shit's so corny. Cornball ass nigga, ridiculous. And fuck you, cause I went hard for you. Okay. So the same son who didn't want to go to school and also talked another man out of going to school wasn't talented enough to know. So that's why he didn't go. But somebody who was less talented than me could have went if it wasn't for me. This is my mother. This is my mother on a rampage because I was crying about wanting support. My mother's on a rampage because apparently I think she's the worst parent ever because I want to support in these things that I mentioned specifically. And that is the worst thing I could have said about her. Apparently. All right. I would not ever come to the internet to bash another. What I would do is take care of my responsibilities to myself for my growth, which I have for the past 18 years without this woman. And now after 18 years, I'm finally ready to just talk about my experience, even if some of those experiences don't paint her in the greatest light. I'm willing to talk about it now, and even that's a problem. One more, hold on. Not one more, but another one. You are a traitor. How you almost 40, still crying about your mom? Meanwhile, I didn't even have a mom, and my dad died when I was 17, but somehow I still stepped up and took care of you and my other 2 kids. Hey, fellas, at 40, you can't cry about your mother. At 40 years old, you cannot cry about your mother. Okay? Hang up those punk ass feelings and go to bed. Word to my mom. Okay? How you almost 40 still crying about your mom? Word to my mother. That's my mom saying that to me, by the way. That like at 40 you should no longer be crying about your mom. This is my mom, ladies and gentlemen. You decided to move out on your own at the age of 18 because you had a 12 a.m. curfew on school nights. And that's why my mother chose not to talk to me for 18 years because I moved out of her house because I didn't want a curfew. So it's 18 years later, and my mom has all these hidden feelings about me because I moved out because I didn't want a curfew. That's when I lost my mother, when I moved out. I haven't had a mother since. Thanks for telling the people, Mom. Thanks. That's just so y'all can see it. We haven't had anything since. And this is on her record. This is why I moved out, because I didn't want a curfew. And after that, I didn't have a mom. I haven't had a mom since. So, yeah. She said, I cooked for you and your friends. Let your friend and your cousins live with us while y'all went to high school. You was driving to school from the age of 15 with just a permit. All true. All true. I didn't want for a lot. Any material things, I didn't want for much as a kid. And anybody who knows me knows that about me. I've never acted like my mom didn't do anything for me. Ever. Like just so that's clear. Never once to anybody on earth have I ever painted my mom as sorry as a motherfucker and they never did shit for me. The opposite, actually. I understand her being 15 years old when she had me and having to grow up with me. I understand that wholeheartedly. I understand that all the trials and errors and the errors being with me, they're not at me. I'm just there. She a kid with a kid. Oh, I guess that's another good one. On this post talking about love from a dance community, whole time you show no love to your own family. On this web lying on your mother, talking about building up people, same time putting your mother down for content, making it seem like your story. This is awfully sad. First of all, mom, not putting you down. I've never put you down. Okay. Just because something you did or didn't do made me feel away does not mean I'm putting you down. It's just my personal experience, right? Even if it wasn't your intent, it's still my personal feelings, right? I have a right to those. And I think that I should have a right to those without you wanting to lash out on me and call me a traitor and a corny ass nigga and all that other shit because I never talk to you like that. I never talk about you like that. Especially knowing like that you have some kind of feeling. It would have been really nice to see any of these things that you said here on this public Facebook to have been said to my face or in a text message or anything like that so we could address this type of shit. But that'll take you being something different than what you've been my whole life. And what you're showing right now on the internet is exactly who you've been my whole life. Very emotionally unstable and violent. So, you know. There are some other choice words she had for me, but I guess I'll just put them on the screen and y'all can look at them. This was my response to her. It'll probably be my last one. It says, "Damn, you had a lot to say. Thanks for finally having some words. By the way, you probably shouldn't be listening to a nigga tell you stories about me since he snitched on me and caught me my first charge. Maybe y'all should gossip about that shit. And not lies about me talking him out of a college he never had a fucking offer at. Thanks for proving my point about who you are. You've had 18 years to say all of this, and you saved it for the internet. You go, mom. You're the greatest." And man, honestly, I think that's where it's at, dude. And any hope that I ever had of having a relationship with you, with my mom, that shit did. And that's ass because my mom only has 3 kids. Me, my sister, who just passed to brain cancer, and my little brother Zay. And it's just me and Zay left, and me and you will never have a relationship. And I'm sure, like it's been all my kids' lives, I'm sure they won't really have a relationship with you either. And I'm alright with that. You really not. You're really not somebody I would want to raise my children around. So I ain't really like I guess like I'm sad about this, but I'm not surprised by it. Just more of what I used to feel when I was younger. When she got like this, like just wilding the fuck out. So yeah, man. This is my life. This is my mama. This is me and my mama relationship, I guess. Y'all learn this with me. Like I had no idea. I had no idea she had all these feelings. We've been apart for real for 18 years, and like I learned so much in one little Facebook exchange because I'm talking about my feelings. All because I'm talking about my personal feelings. And let me say it one more time, man. I think my mom did the best with what she had. Right? I don't think that she she had a lot of like compassion poured into her. I don't think that she had a lot of love. I think she had to figure out shit a lot and find a way to give me and my siblings stability. And she did that. She figured that out. There were some bumps and bruises along the road of her figuring that out. And those are the things that I feel like I can talk about without making her seem like a bad mom. My mom wasn't a bad mom. Not to me, at least, right? Ain't nobody perfect. And my mom is not perfect. But she certainly wasn't a bad mom. I hate that I can't say anything without her feeling like she's a bad mom because I'm stating something. Anyway, this is to me taking disrespect on the chin again without really lashing out. But I do want to start talking about it, so here I am talking about it. And fuck you too, Ma. For real. You wrote it on the internet for me. Fuck me. Your cornball ass son. Fuck you too, Ma.
It's 5:57 in the morning the next day, and I went to sleep to my mom saying nasty ass shit about me having feelings, and I woke up to even more nasty shit from my mama about me having feelings. And then her little brother comes, and he's co-signing per usual. And this is why I stay the fuck away from my family. Here my uncle says, it wasn't your mom's dream, it was yours. This is to a boy. My uncle is saying this to me at 36 while I'm talking about the feelings of a boy living with his mother, a minor living with his mother, dreaming that my dreams were my own dreams to pursue, not my mom's to cheer on. This is my household. This is my family. They think that as long as it's your dream, it's up to you. And that's what being a child to my family is. Your dreams are your own. Not your mom's, not your uncle's, not your family's, not the people you want support from. And if this hasn't been made clear to y'all by now, this all came from me saying that I want to support. All of this that's happening on social media, all of this from my mama, from my uncle, is all because I was crying about wanting support. And they are both proving that I didn't have that support and why I didn't have that support. And now my mom is on a rampage to try to hurt me in any way, shape, or form on her way to this mission. Let me tell y'all what hurt though. This what did it for me. I was kind of like, the shit she was saying was fucking with me. But let me show y'all like how my mom will go to no end when she on a rampage to hurt other people. Yeah, that nigga you call him stayed at the hospital with your dying sister. I can't count the times on surpass all my fingers and toes. He was there with us when she took her last breath. He wasn't my son, but you brought him home to me and you called him brother. And from then on, he been showed me and your sister more love than you have. He hit me up with kind words and thanked me for the role I played in his life. So now we bring my dead sister, my best friend, into the conversation to say that this nigga was there for my sister more than I was for her, right? And this is fucking crazy because this shit's so performative. My sister wasn't even around my mama like that because she is. We had countless conversations about this shit. My little brother knows how my mama is. So to put my sister in the mix now to say this nigga was there when my sister took her last breath, like I wasn't one of the people there at the hospital when she passed. Like I wasn't one of the people who visited her, who talked to her about everything. Ma, you don't know what the fuck me and my sister relationship was because we had to build such a tight one, being parented by you. And I hate that she gone because now you get to say shit like this in peace without having anybody there to check you on the bullshit. Right? You just get to sit over there with a nigga who popped up in a rough time to show his face. And that's cool. Right? That's beautiful. But my sister's husband is still alive. And he can tell you if that nigga was around my sister when she was healthy and living, or if he just decided to show up when he knew she was terminally ill and didn't have much time. Because there's a difference, right? There's a difference between having an active brother around to call you, to talk to you, all that good shit. And then there's that nigga. And one thing that's standing out to me right now is just how hard you're going to try to hurt my feelings when all I did was have feelings myself. At 36, I'm mentioning emotions I had before I was 18 years old, and you're here to bash me, the 36-year-old son, about the feelings of a boy. You're here to get all this shit off your chest that you never wanted to say. And your brother here to co-sign. That's why I stay the fuck away from the stewards, and it's probably why I'll continue to stay the fuck away from the stewards. Not that all of them are bad, but just from this post alone, here's my mama and her little brother. Why the fuck would I ever want to be around this family? You'd think that, like, I don't show no support or no love to my family. That same family didn't think I was worth the push of helping me realize my dreams and attaining them. And that is clear by y'all words. That's the family y'all want for me to be around. Y'all wanted me to pretend like watching my best friend die was supposed to be a cakewalk. I don't want to get into all the shit that you were causing while your daughter was dying. All the drama you were causing while your daughter was dying. How you pulled a gun on her husband while her mental was declining. How you called me when I was on house arrest at work to try to come help you steal a card from her husband while she was terminally ill. You know? Reality is a motherfucker. And you sit over there in your fairy tale world with whoever gon' feed your delusions, and your son ain't never been it. And that's why you don't fuck with me. And that's why you've been single. And that's why you can't keep a nigga, because you don't have this shit under control. This crazy ass emotional outburst that you having for the public to see because I have feelings. It's what I've seen from you my whole life. So here's to loving mothers, I guess, you know. All because I said I wanted support and I didn't have it. I don't disrespect my mom privately or publicly. I don't bash my mom privately or publicly. But she want to tear me down because I'm like, and I just wanted to support my mama. Man, this is crazy.